In Pennsylvania, police officer Lisa Mearkle, 37 years old, who was with the force for 15 years, so a bit of a veteran, shot a guy in the back. He was 59 years old. His name is David Kassick, or it was David Kassick. She killed him. Now, there were 2 fatal shots in the back within a span of 4 seconds. Now, what led to that point? Now, Kassick, to be fair, ran away from the officer. And we don't know why he ran away from the officer, but later we found that there was alcohol and drugs in his system. And they said they found a syringe near his body. So is it possible that he ran away because he was high? Or at least drunk? Sure. There's a lot of reasons why people run away. Should you run away from the cops? Absolutely not. Partly because they'll kill you, right? Partly because you shouldn't. You should, cooperate with the authorities and then go to the justice system, okay? Now, he didn't do that. Did he deserve to be executed for that? No. The cop in this case says, well, of course, I didn't execute it. That's harsh language. That's not right. I had to do it. In fact, I'll give her exact quotes in a second. But she says he ran away, and then she tased him 4 times. Then he fell to the ground, and he's lying on his stomach. She ordered him to make sure that he took his hands out of his jacket so that she could cuff him. He apparently didn't do that, and she thinks he reached into his jacket pocket, in which case she riddled him with bullets and killed him. But she had to do it. Okay, so let's go to some of the details in the story now. When charged with criminal homicide, she thought it was very political, and she explained this way. She said there was no other reason for him to reach in his freaking jacket. But wait a minute. Officer Mearkle, there's a million reasons why he might have reached into his jacket. Number one on that list is he was high. He didn't know what he was doing. Like, that never occurred to you? That maybe the guy ran away because he doesn't know what he's doing, he's drunk, whatever. That you, as a police officer for 15 years, that's never happened to you? You didn't want to wait half a second while he's lying, remember, on his stomach, on the ground, right? In order to have a gun, he'd have to take it out, turn around, and shoot her. But no, I can't wait for a quarter of a second. He kind of reached. I had to kill him. I had to shoot him in the back twice. You see, why? There's no other reason why he'd reach in his frickin' jacket. There's a million reasons why he'd reach in. Okay. See, back in the day, cops actually cared about our lives. I think I saw it in the movies. I saw it in TV shows. They'd say, freeze, you're under arrest. They'd wait. They'd see what your reaction was. They wouldn't just show up and be like, oh, look, he's reaching somewhere. His hand exists. Boom, 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 kill him, right? So today, that's how it is, and that's how they're trained. That's why she's so surprised. She's like, I don't know, they trained us to kill him immediately. What? Now I'm being tried? What? By the way, there's footage of this. Her defense is desperate to make sure that we never see the video. Kassick's family has seen it, and they say that it leaves no doubts as to what happened. It is crystal clear. Now, wait a minute. If you had to do it and the videotape, I would then exonerate you, right? The videotape was shot from her stun gun. So why don't you want us to see the tape? Oh, because it shows you shooting him in the back for no goddamn reason. No, by the way, again, let's be fair, not no goddamn reason. I get it. She thought she was trained, like if there's even a 1% chance that you could twist your ankle, you should murder someone, right? I know that's the training that cops get these days. So, yeah, what if he reached into his jacket and he had a gun and he turned around and he was much quicker than I was and I couldn't react for 2.5 seconds, 5 seconds, however long it took for this drunk high guy to turn around and shoot that gun? Well, I don't want to take that 0.5% chance. Let me just execute him. I didn't have a chance. I didn't have anything. She said that she was, quote, justified in saving my life that day. Oh, by the way, if you're wondering, was her life in actual jeopardy? Did he actually have a weapon? Of course not. No, he didn't have a weapon. But he reached. We've done stories on the show. Whites, Latinos, blacks, hands up. You're talking about, now I'm not talking about Michael Brown. We showed a video just last week. Guy's got his hands up, and they're just boom, boom, boom. They execute him. They say, oh, I thought he reached. Yeah, he reached up because you told him to put his hands up. Another story we did a couple of weeks ago, they say, oh, the kid was reaching. Why? They told him to get on the ground. He was reaching for the ground because he was going to get on the ground. Reaching, shoot him dead, right? she saved her life that day. But how can you say that when you know there wasn't a weapon? There was no weapon. How do you explain that you saved your life? Well, what if he reached into his pocket and, got out a tissue and strangled me with it or something? I saved my life. Don't take any chances. Don't take any chances. I'm a cop. I don't want to take any chances. Okay. Maybe you should have gone into gardening or something. Okay. She says, I was only charged for a political reason. She says, I'm very upset with the district attorney's office. Yeah, if you're charged with criminal homicide, I imagine you're upset. She says that. What a haughty, unbelievable thing to say, right? Can you imagine a regular citizen, they pull a guy in, if they pull David Kassick and charge him with shooting a cop, and he said, I'm very upset with the prosecutor's office. I think this is all political. Who would give that credence? The reason she says that, she's arrogant enough to say it, is because she fully expects, and she says, that she'll be exonerated because all cops get acquitted no matter what in all shootings, right? And that she'll be back on the force. She's upset that she's not making money in the meanwhile. Oh, that is a slight inconvenience. You know what was an inconvenience to Kassick? Getting shot in the back a couple of times. Okay. Now, finally, to the quote that enraged me. She says, I wish he didn't do this. I didn't want to have to shoot him, but he made me. See, but that is the position of power. I've seen this in foreign policy, too. They made us. They made us bomb them. They made us kill their civilians with their collateral damage. They made us do it.